Hey, hope you're doing good. It's cold out, colder than it should be. And maybe that's why Gotham feels right for Christmas. Because in this city, peace is just the silence between storms. Tonight, I want to tell you my version of what comes next. Not rumors, not leaks, just what the Batman Part 2 should be. A story about guilt, love, and the cold that never really left. This is The Batman, Part 2, written by me. It's Christmas in Gotham. The lights are up, the trees are decorated, and the city's pretending it's okay. 3 weeks since the flood. 3 weeks since I told myself I could change. I haven't Bruce writing down aggressively as the film starts, similar to the intro of The Batman Part 1. We drift through Gotham, neon soaked in snow, homeless tents strung with broken fairy lights, children laughing, their breath fogging in the cold, carolers sing beside a boarded-up church. Batman walks among them, wordless, unseen. He hauls a woman from a car frozen in ice, fights looters off a Red Cross truck, pulls a drunk cop away from an unconscious man he's beating. He wants to be more than vengeance. He wants to be hope, but hope feels colder than ever. The bat signal glows faintly through the snowstorm. He looks up, face half lit, half shadow. Gotham's still drowning. Only difference is now it's under glass. It's the evening, an hour of the harrowing Christmas nights in Gotham. Wayne Tower. The world above Gotham feels quiet. Too quiet. Bruce sits in the dark, surrounded by reports, missing persons, body counts, foundation requests, press statements he'll never read. Alfred says to Bruce, "You've ignored 6 board meetings this month." Bruce replies, "Maybe they'll stop inviting me." If Bruce Wayne disappears, the city loses more than a name, Alfred says sternly, which Bruce replies, "The city's lost worse." Bruce still hasn't learned that maybe being Bruce will help Gotham. And now, they need it more than ever. But in this conversation, we see a little bit of regret in his eyes. With all of the people he's been saving since the floods, maybe Bruce Wayne can do some saving too. As he starts to think this, he sees the light outside the sky, the call, the signal, the warning. Police lights flash like red ghosts through the snow. Steam hisses from frozen vents. The harbor water has turned to slush, a mirror of gray sky and grief. Gotham never sleeps. It just freezes in place, waiting for the next tragedy to thaw it. Batman steps under the yellow tape. Gordon is already there. Scarf tight around his neck, notebook in hand, eyes tired. On the ground lies Vic, the kid from Penguin's crew, barely 20. His body's stiff, skin bluish white, one arm stretched out as if he tried to crawl away. A half-drunken beer on the floor, still wearing his work jacket. Gordon kneels down. Gordon. He was a dockhand for Penguin's outfit. Kid had no record. Worked nights, kept to himself. Batman crouches beside the body, scanning. Batman. No wounds, no burns. Temperature drops unnatural. Gordon. Yeah. Internal temps -20. Medical examiner said it's like the life was pulled out of him. Bruce just stares. His gloved hand trembles slightly. He has seen monsters, men torn apart by their own greed. But this was a kid. A kid trying to survive a city that never gave him a chance. He lingers on Vic's face, frozen mid-expression, fear and confusion captured forever. Going through Batman's mind, he was young, hungry, wanted to matter. I tell myself this isn't my fault, but I own half the city that killed him. Batman stands, his shadow stretching long across the dock, merging with the skyline behind him. The snow keeps falling. It doesn't melt. Every death in this city leaves another scar. I just can't tell where Gotham ends and I begin. A motorbike slicing through the snow. The camera cuts from Bloodhaven into Gotham, following the motorcyclist. This is, of course, the one and only Selina Kyle. She stops on a road overlooking the city. the bat signal faint behind clouds. Her lips curve and quiver as the cat reminisces about the bat. Then her senses come into place, knowing she is here for one thing and one thing only, not for Batman, not for money, for her sister. She pulls a folder from her jacket, photos of her sister, in Arkham, a Oz Cobb shipping manifest beside it. This time, I'm not leaving until I find her. The next scene is at a press conference. Cameras flashing, crowd cheering. We can't rebuild Gotham on fear. We rebuild it on law and on each other. He then flips a coin with the crowd in admiration of how Dent has helped the city clean up a lot since the Riddler. Bruce watches from the crowd, hidden behind sunglasses, quiet admiration flickering somewhere deep down. Gordon whispers, "You'd like him." He still believes. Bruce replies, "Hope's dangerous," which then Gordon says, "So's giving up." The next scene picks up in the Gotham Winter Relief Gala, a cathedral of light and champagne, music echoing beneath chandeliers. Wayne Foundation banners drape the walls. Bruce Wayne stands stiff in a tuxedo, the mask he hates most. He shakes hands, nods politely. The billionaire who doesn't belong. He spent so long in the dark, the lights hurt his eyes. But this city doesn't need the bat tonight. It needs the man who built him. He moves through the crowd, finds Harvey Dent laughing with Bella Real. Gordon waves from across the room. Then, Penguin. Oz Cobb, bigger than life, glass of wine in hand. "Brucey boy. Finally out of your cave, eh?" Bruce sarcastically responds, "You're doing charity work now?" Penguin. "Someone has to. Can't let the orphans freeze, right?" Their smiles don't reach their eyes. And then, Selina. All black silk and confidence. Bruce nearly forgets to breathe. Shaking as he's walking, he plucks the courage to talk to Selina, which she then says, "Back from the dead?" In a flirty manner, Bruce replies with, "Only for Christmas." Selina whispers in his ear, "You always make an entrance." Bruce is nervous, not the typical Bruce Wayne we know and love in comics and film. He's a nerd, he's lacking in confidence, which he eventually will get, but will take him time. He asks gently for a dance, which she accepts. He's awkward, she's effortless. She laughs softly. "You always this bad at pretending to be normal?" Bruce replies, "I don't get much practice." "Maybe try harder." As they are enjoying, and as he's about to answer, the chandeliers flicker. A strange chill crawls through the air. The violin notes warp into static. A low hum fills the room. Then the glass shatters. The crowd screams. A fog of crystal frost floods the ballroom doors. Guards freeze where they stand, literally. Ice races across the floor, crawling up walls, swallowing lights. Through the haze, a figure emerges. A suit of steel. A man breathing through glass. The man known as Mr. Freeze. Ferris Boyle. Oz Cobb. You stole everything from me. Penguin slithers away from Ferris in the gala. Like the snake he is, he fires. The gun roars blue. A blast of cold hits the champagne fountain, turning it into jagged sculpture. The crowd stampedes. It's not a man. It's something colder. He moves, ducking behind tables, tearing open his jacket to reveal the chest armor hidden underneath. He dives, tackles Bella Real from falling ice. Eyes dart to Ferris Boyle, terrified, sweating. "Victor, please, we can..." Freeze grabs him by the throat, voice hollow and cracked through his helmet. "Don't say my name." All this while, Bruce rushes to the cave, with Alfred helping him with a comic, accurate scene of him suiting up, and then we see Batman lunging from behind, slamming into Freeze, the first real glimpse of the Bat in the light. They crash into a table. Freeze turns, aims, fires. The blast hits Bruce in the shoulder, armor cracking, skin blistering white. He falls, gasping, ice crawling across his arm. Freeze grabs Boyle and disappears through a frozen window, leaving only silence and steam. Batman stumbles, knees buckling. The crowd gone. The music stopped. Blood stains the snow on the marble floor. Then, Selina. She runs to him, drops beside him, pulling off her heels. "Idiot." Selina expresses her anger. "You always have to be the hero, don't you?" She presses her hand against the wound. He winces. "Don't move," Batman replies, saying, "I wasn't planning to." Bruce looks into Selina's eyes, almost smiling, even at the brink of death. She saved him. Again. And for a second, he didn't feel alone. Days later. Rain turned to sleet. Gordon briefs the press. Ferris Boyle still missing. Harvey Dent vows justice. Batman works the case from the shadows. Files. Witnesses. CCTV feeds. Freeze's path traces back to Wayne Biotech. He discovers the truth piece by piece. Boyle's illegal cryotech deals with Penguin, a scientist, name redacted, whose wife was terminal. A failed experiment. A man presumed dead. A good man buried under Bruce's name, and he never even knew. The air glows blue. Frost breathes on every surface. Ferris Boyle is chained to a pipe, shivering, his suit half frozen. Across the room, Victor Freeze works in silence, tools clinking, mist rising from liquid nitrogen. In the corner, a cryo chamber hums faintly, holding the frozen silhouette of Nora Freeze. Ferris trembles, voice shaking. Victor, listen to me. I can help you. Whatever you need, you already helped. You made me this." Freeze responded, "It wasn't my call. You were obsessed. I tried to stop you," Ferris, desperately fearing for his life. "Liar," was the response from Victor, who grabs him by the collar, slams him against the wall, ice crawling across Ferris's cheek. "You took her away. You left me in the fire and called it research." Ferris gasps, breath fogging in the air. Then, desperate, he switches to manipulation. You want to save her, right? Then you need resources, money, tech. You think Gotham's just going to hand that to you? You need Cobb. He's got everything. The cryocores, the energy cells. You kill me, you'll never find them. Victor's eyes flare behind the visor. He looks at Nora's chamber, the frost pulsing softly with every heartbeat of the machine. Freeze angrily shouting, "Where?" Which Ferris responds, "Penguin's private stock, under the iceberg. That's where it is a beat." Freeze presses his forehead to the glass of Nora's pod. He turns. The next sound is Ferris's body hitting the wall and the crack of shattering ice. Selina Kyle stands before Arkham, seeing all types of crazies, psychopaths, murderers. A glimpse of Riddler, the man who single-handedly made Gotham go into rehab. Opposite her in her orange Arkham jumpsuit, Sophia Falcone smokes slowly. They exchange information of what happened in the events of the Penguin show, and how horrible Falcone was, but how Penguin is worse, and how it's his city now and will be, unless Selina takes action. Sophia manipulates her into believing murder is the best way for Selina and this city, and the best way to get revenge and justice. Selina conflicted thinks about what her sister thinks, but also what the Dark Knight always says, which is the complete opposite. Catwoman leaps across the rooftops, anger and heartbreak radiating in every movement. Batman lands behind her, cape snapping in the wind. Batman quotes, "You're going after Penguin. You should thank me." Saves you the trouble. She replies, "You'll start a war." With Selina replying, "Good. Maybe this city deserves one." He steps forward, voice low. "Justice isn't about killing." "Then what's it about?" Selina asks. "Enduring it, without becoming what hurt you. Freeze will hit the iceberg tonight. Then I'll be there before you." Selina replies, "You can't do this alone," Batman triumphantly whispers, while Selina says, "Alone's the only way I know." She turns, furious. "Selina, you think this city can be saved? It chews people up, spits them out, and you still wear a cape for it. My mother's gone. My sister's in Arkham. Pricks like Falcone and Penguin took everything. Gotham deserves to drown for once," Batman's voice softens. Not the growl, but Bruce breaking through. "It deserves a chance. You do too, Selina. You don't get it." As tears stroll through her eyes, "I do. That's why I'm still here." She looks at him, confused, trembling, tears glinting like frost. Then she leaps away into the storm. Gordon and Harvey Dent pore over evidence boards. Shipping records, Penguin's holdings, surveillance photos of Penguin's men moving crates. We need a warrant. The iceberg's still technically clean on paper. Harvey replies, warrants take time. Cobb's got cops in his pocket. Gordon replies, you go in there, you'll make him a martyr. Or I'll end it. Gordon slams his fist down. This city doesn't need another vigilante. Regretfully saying it as he knows Batman has done more good for this city than anyone. Harvey's jaw clenches. Then maybe it needs a DA who actually gives a damn. He grabs his coat and storms out. Gordon picks up the phone, dials a number. It's me, he's going in. You'd better get there first. Cut to Batman, silent on a rooftop, listening. Snow drifts past his cowl. Inside, the nightclub hums with tension. Music playing for no one. Penguin's goons patrol with shotguns and flashlights. In the basement, the cryo-cores Ferris mentioned, glowing blue. Batman and Catwoman fight side by side. She whips guns from hands. He disarms SWAT to stop them from killing. They move in rhythm like a storm, a rare moment of perfect trust. Selina, breathing hard, you still think this city's worth it? It's not about the city, it's the people. She stares at him. The closest thing to a smile flickers across her face. Harvey slips in through the service tunnels, gun drawn. More SWAT units form outside, waiting for Gordon's signal. Then, an explosion of frost. The temperature plummets. Freeze has arrived. Oz Cobb! His voice rattles through the steel helmet. Christ almighty, don't you people knock? Shouts Penguin. Freeze fires, a wall of ice sealing every exit. Goons scatter. Bullets ping off his armor. Batman crashes through the skylight, cape flaring, smoke rising. Selina slinks through the chaos below, claws out, eyes locked on Penguin. SWAT bursts through the upper balcony, shouting commands. The scene devolves into war. Guns, screams, shards of ice and flame. Batman dives to stop Harvey from shooting Cobblepot, but Penguin fires first. The bullet misses, hits a liquid nitrogen line. It bursts. Harvey's face catches the blast. One side seared red, the other rimed in frost. He falls, screaming. Heat and cold. Fire and ice. Gotham burns and freezes its angels at the same time. Batman and Mr. Freeze fight for the second time, with Batman studying the suit that Wayne Tech made and overcoming Mr. Freeze's weakness, which causes chaos and destruction around the lounge. Amid the wreckage, Freeze stands over Penguin, knocked out, gun aimed. Batman steps between them. Enough, Freeze whispers. You can't stop me. You're right. But maybe Bruce Wayne can... He removes the cowl, revealing the man beneath. Mr. Freeze, shocked as the man he worked for, is the man that could have helped him but didn't. Selina watches from the balcony, stunned but proud. You think I don't understand loss? Bruce said emotionally. You think I wouldn't burn this city to bring them back? But Nora, she wouldn't want this. She'd want you to live. Freeze looks at him, eyes glistening with frozen tears. Penguin staggers through the chaos, bleeding, laughing hysterically. He dives through a collapsing wall, vanishing into the sewer tunnels below. Batman sees him running, starts to follow. Freeze, staggering, tries to pursue too. Penguin turns, firing wildly. One bullet punches through Freeze's armor. The scientist stumbles, collapsing beside Nora's recovered cryocore. Batman skids to his knees beside him, catching him as the life drains from his eyes. Victor! Stay with me. Freeze, whispering. Save her. Not me. Then his eyes dim, frost forming at the edges of his visor. Batman screaming, No! His cry echoes through the ice and smoke, raw, human, helpless. The ice around the lounge begins to melt, with the building collapsing with Penguin igniting explosives. Selina rushes to him, pulling him close. You can't save everyone. He stares at her, broken. And for a fleeting moment, he sees his parents lying in the alley. The same guilt, the same loss. Only now, it hurts differently. Batman, quietly whispering. I know. Penguin, battered and limping, exits a manhole into the snowy dawn. Blood trails behind him as he lights a cigar, smirking. Penguin. Round 2, sweetheart. Victor Freeze alive, hidden somewhere in the Arctic. He sits beside Nora's chamber in a crude shack, watching Gotham news on a flickering monitor. A tear runs down his cheek and freezes mid-drop. Wayne Foundation announces new renewal plan, led by Bruce Wayne and Mayor Bella Real, expanding funding for city hospitals and victims' families, including treatment for Nora Freeze. Freeze tearing up being the first tears he has been able to shed since Nora became his frozen angel. Bruce Wayne at a press conference. Reporters flash bulbs. Bella stands beside him. For too long, this city has been left to drown in corruption. Renewal wasn't meant to rebuild walls. It was meant to rebuild lives. My parents started that dream. I intend to finish it. He pauses, glancing at Gordon and Harvey's empty chair beside the stage. And to my friend Harvey Dent, you will have every resource this city can give. Cut to Harvey in a hospital bed, half his face wrapped in bandages. A mirror glints nearby. He turns his head. A faint whisper escapes his lips. His own voice, but darker. Harvey softly says, "We'll see about that." Snow drifts like ash over the skyline. Bruce stands beside Selina, overlooking Gotham. The bat signal cuts faintly through the fog, half covered in snow, but still burning. You really think you can fix this place? Not alone. You're learning. Selina giggles while saying they share a quiet smile. You know, I used to think everyone born rich was broken. Guess I was wrong. Maybe we both were. He hesitates, heart in his throat. Stay, Bruce says, struggling to get the words out of his mouth, but he has the courage that he didn't have before when she left. Selina looks at him in awe, then smiles softly. You finally asked. She steps closer, the city reflected in both their eyes. For years, I thought Gotham's heart was frozen, but maybe it just needed someone to melt it. They stand side by side, the bat and the cat, silhouetted against the snow. Gotham's heart isn't frozen after all. It just needed someone to feel the warmth again. And that's my version of The Batman, Part 2. A story about guilt, love, and learning that hope doesn't come from vengeance. It comes from understanding. Of course, this is just the summary of the story I've imagined. In the full version, there's so much more I'd love to explore. Alfred's quiet heartbreak, watching Bruce destroy himself more and more. Harvey Dent's slow descent from idealism into tragedy, and of course Penguin's disgusting and selfish schemes. As in a way he is the big bad in this film, being the cunning, deceiving villain he is. They're all huge pieces of this puzzle. But for now, I just wanted to share the heart of it, the journey, the message, and what the Batman Part 2 could be. What do you think? Would you have done something differently? Was there a moment that hit you, or something you'd change? Tell me your version in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps more people find these stories. Thanks for listening, stay warm, stay safe, and remember, Gotham never sleeps.